Ciao a tutti ragazzi e ragazze, benvenuti in un nuovo video di reaction. E quest'oggi faremo il video reaction di un altro yokai, sempre da un Draw My Life, sempre fatto da Draw My Life TikTok. Abbiamo fatto Akamanto, ma adesso faremo Oiwa. E che chi è? È uno yokai, ovviamente, che parte dalla leggenda metropolitana giapponese più famosa di tutte, che parla di una ragazza innocua che ha sofferto tanto e che adesso è diventata un mostro con la faccia mezza strappata. Leggiamo il suo Draw My Life, sono di Draw The Life TikTok. Ma prima di cominciare lasciate like, iscrivetevi al canale e adesso dite come indicare l'episodio di Oiwa. Adesso vediamoci questo video.
Welcome to a new Draw My Life video. Hey there TikTokers, and welcome to a new Scary Tuesday. This time we're going back to Japan to share with you the
Che cos'è sta musica strana?
adaptation of one of its most famous and terrifying stories, The Revenge of the Ghost Woman Oiwa. A long time ago, there was a samurai called Aiman who fell out of favor not having anyone to serve and had to make umbrellas to maintain his family. His wife Oiwa was a very pretty woman, but after giving birth to their first child, she fell sick. Oiwa didn't care how poor her family was, as she was happy just by being right next to the person she loved.
Vabbè, dopo se lo pentirà.
However, Ayaman was ashamed of his situation, and with time, he started hating her for being content with a miserable life. After some time, a young lady called
Ma sia felice, ma sei felice per la vita? Ma che cavolo, va bene che sei povero, però cavolo, meglio questo che niente, meglio di niente, che cavolo.
Granddaughter of a wealthy doctor, fell in love with Ayaman. Aware of this, one day her grandfather suggested she should work for him as a samurai in exchange of taking her as a wife.
Cosa?
Seduced
No.
by the idea, they both planned to get rid of Oiwa, and they gave her
Ma quanto siete cattivi, ma vi pare che una donna innocente dovrebbe lottare come samurai?
medicine to cure all her illnesses. However, this supposed medicine was actually poison, which gradually disfigured her face.
Oddio, che
Her eyes
schifo.
started to fall down, and one day, while she
No, vabbè, ma voi ma come vi permette? Ma poverina. Raga, mi dispiace.
was brushing her hair, some locks just fell off, leaving a trace of blood on her face. Even though
Sembra che sta piangendo sangue.
Oiwa knew something was happening to her face, she was so poor that she didn't even have a mirror to look at herself. As her beauty kept deforming, Ayman started insulting and looking down on her. As he
Ma brutto schifo, ma sei stato tu a renderla così?
was unable to kill her with the poison, he sent a servant called Kohei to seduce her and so have an excuse to leave her. But when the time came, the servant felt bad for her, told her about her husband's plans, and gave her a mirror. When she saw herself, she went mad and started struggling with Kohei, cutting her throat with his katana. While she was bleeding to death, she used her last breath to curse Ayaman and swear revenge. When he got back home, he discovered his wife's body, though there was no trace of his servant. Knowing his testimony
Cioè, raga, ma una donna più sfigata di così non si può.
could compromise him, he sent people to find him and killed him. He decided to get rid of the bodies by nailing them to a board and throwing them to the river. He was finally free to marry Ome, and they celebrated a great wedding.
Vabbè, dopo riceverà il karma.
That same night, when the couple was finally alone, Ayaman took the veil of the young lady off. But behind this thin fabric, he didn't find the innocent Ome smiling back at him, but the
Eccolo qua lo spirito vendicativo di Oiwa.
disfigured and bloody face of Oiwa, clamoring for revenge. He took his sword and cut the face of his dead wife, who cried heartbreakingly when he touched her face.
Ma dai!
But when her body fell on the floor, Ayman saw that he had actually killed Ome, and he ran away terrified.
Non so che dire.
While he was running down the hallway, Kohei's gloomy figure appeared. He took his sword again and cut again. But after cutting his throat, he realized it was actually the body of his father-in-law. Totally controlled by panic, he ran away and searched for refuge at the mountains.
Vendetta.
Ayaman never got to rest after those events. Everywhere and at all times, he saw Oiwa. Her reflection in the water, the night lights. Her disfigured face always accompanied him, and he even started hearing her voice.
Oddio.
One day he went fishing. He found the two boards with the putrefied bodies of Oiwa and Kohei. They were reproaching him from the afterlife for his actions. He started to get crazy. However, he wasn't ready to confess his crimes. Until one day, Oiwa's brother came to his hiding place. After knowing about his evil actions, he defied him to death. They both got ready to brandish their swords, decided to end with the life of the other. Ayaman was clearly ahead as he
Ma questo veramente è un assassino psicopatico. Veramente questo combina omicidio di massa.
was a samurai, and he soon cornered his opponent. But right when he was gonna hit the coup de grace, Oiwa's face appeared.
Cosa?
He was totally paralyzed with terror, and his opponent made the most of it. He hit a death blow. Ayaman collapsed with expression of horror on his face, and the last thing he saw before dying was Oiwa's macabre smile.
Oh no.
She had finally taken revenge upon him. If you knew...
Vabbè, ecco qua. Finito qua. E anche Oiwa è fatta. Niente, spero che la reaction vi sia piaciuta. Iscrivetevi al canale, lasciate like, ditemi nei commenti che ne pensate di Oiwa. E ci vedremo in un prossimo video. Ciao.